Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barbara. For those of you who do not know, I am a licensed esthetician here in Nashville, Tennessee. So today I'm going to be talking about my journey as an esthetician, talk about the process of how I became an esthetician, where I went to school. I've been getting a lot of questions about tuition, how much it costs, the process. If you're one of those people, this video is for you. Okay, so really, I got started in the beauty industry by doing lash extensions. That's kind of what led me to beauty school. I remember just seeing a bunch of girls with the lash extensions at MTSU, and I also started seeing people that I personally knew do lash extensions. They had went through this certification and they're doing lash extensions, and it looked like they were doing very well. So I was like, I think I could do that. So I got certified. I went to a class up in Memphis. It was about a 5-hour course, lash course. Honestly, I didn't feel the most confident leaving, but it was what it was, and I left there certified. Now, by no means does certification means license. I do want to go ahead and put that disclaimer here. That's something that a lot of people do not know. They see certified lash tech and they're like, okay, she's good, but technically you're not legit until you're licensed. I knew that doing lashes in my house wasn't gonna last very long, and I just always knew that I wanted more. So I was like, I need to go to school for this and become legit. So I started doing my research, and I came across 3 different schools here in the Nashville area: Empire, Aveda, and Georgia Tech. I think that's what it's called. Among the 3, I ended up going with Empire because I just felt like that was the perfect fit for me. Aveda Institute, I just heard a lot of negative reviews about them. I heard they were very strict, very biased. I just knew that that school wasn't gonna be for me. And then Georgia Tech was a little bit on the lower end. I just knew I wasn't going to get my education's worth if I went there. So I kind of chose somewhere in the middle. Empire wasn't the most expensive and it wasn't the cheapest. I wanna say it was about $10,000 for tuition. So not horrible. And unfortunately, I was not able to receive any of the scholarships or grants that were offered because I had went to a university prior to attending Empire. So I was pretty much paying out of pocket. Now, I really suggest you not go that route because I was struggling. I was working 3 jobs, living by myself, paying rent by myself, and then having $600 monthly payments from the school to pay by myself. I don't recommend that for anyone. I really recommend you save up at least half of the money and then go. The process to get into school was a little shaky, I'm not gonna lie. So you basically get a couple of phone calls from a recruiter who calls you in for a tour. You tour the whole school, and then you're at the school to fill out paperwork. Now that day wasn't long at all. I wanna say it took maybe about an hour, hour and a half to do the tour and fill out the paperwork. I say that it was a little shaky because a few days after I went to Empire to do all that paperwork and stuff, I was receiving multiple phone calls from the recruiter saying that I needed to submit this transcript, submit another form, submit this, submit that. It was just a lot of last minute paperwork that I shouldn't have to be sending over the phone or emailing you after I've already been to the school to fill out the paperwork. It just seemed a little unorganized, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. I got through it. So how the aesthetics program works is it's 750 hours. You complete 300 hours downstairs, and then the other 350 hours you complete upstairs in the actual spa where you're taking clients. Downstairs, you're basically gonna be doing a lot of theory, a lot of book work, a lot of the learning, kind of a lot of the boring stuff, but you really wanna pay attention so you know what you're doing whenever you do go upstairs. So I do want to go ahead and say that there is going to be homework, there is going to be quizzes and tests, all of that. Now, these things are not very hard. I do want to go ahead and say that too. The tests and quizzes are easy if you study. You're not just going to be able to fly through this and not study at all. A lot of these tests and quizzes, they get really scientific. And if you're anyone like me who wasn't good at science, you're going to be a little bit blown away by how much anatomy and just information about the human body, chemistry is actually in aesthetics. So it's really mind-blowing how much science is actually going to be learned. I was a little bit shocked. There was a lot of words that I didn't know how to pronounce, and I did have to study to actually pass the test. So I don't want to just say that beauty school is a breeze. It's not as hard as a university, but you will have to put in effort as well. So the first part of the semester is gonna be, like I said, a lot of learning. You get to go upstairs after the first couple of months, and that's when you actually start taking clients. So yes, you're working for free, but you are able to take home your tips. So that part is fun. I will say whenever you do get upstairs and you start taking clients, it does get a little bit more lax because that's pretty much all you're doing. You do theory from 9 until about lunch. And then after lunch, that's when we get into like the demos. We can practice on each other. And that's pretty much gonna be, I wanna say the second part of the day was a little bit more chill. And that could be a good and bad thing for some people, because I wanna say whenever you do go upstairs, things start to get a little lax. So it really is up to you to be a self-starter and motivate yourself to wanna work on other people and actually make sure you're getting your money's worth at the school, because no one's gonna hold your hand and walk you through it and make you do work if you don't wanna do it. The teachers are just going to let you sit there. Yeah, it really is just up to you. I will keep saying that. If you wanna pass and if you wanna come out of school as a good esthetician or someone who's going to get hired on at a good job, you wanna make sure you're doing a lot of work there. A lot of the homework and assignments can be done at school. It's really just up to you of how you use your time. I didn't really find myself having to come home and do assignments. It was really just studying. One thing I will mention is that Empire does not really touch on makeup and lashes. And if you're someone like me who went to school because of lashes, or you wanted to learn a little bit more about makeup, you might be a little bit disappointed. I wanna say we spent about a week on makeup, that's it. And it was basically just your contour, your eyeshadow, foundation, learning different shades, learning what to blend what with what. It really wasn't that hands-on as I would have liked it to be. So I was a little bit bummed. It was only a week long. We didn't really get to practice that much on makeup. And the makeup kit that is given to you at Empire is horrible. I do want to say that disclaimer. I really need Empire to step up their makeup kit. Horrible. It's a brand Ofra. I'm not really familiar with the brand, but whenever I started using it, I hated it. So the makeup brand sucks. We didn't spend much time on makeup at all. So I was really disappointed at that. We didn't spend any time on lashes, really. I wanna say there was a lash tech that had came in as a guest speaker, and she did a couple demos of applying the lashes on a mannequin, and she got a few girls to come up to the front of the class to try, but that is it. I was like, I came here because I'm doing lash extensions. I did want to learn how to do them a little better. I was okay at doing them, but I wasn't the greatest. I had just started, so I was thinking I'm gonna go to school and really learn how to do the lashes. That wasn't the case at all. They're not gonna teach you lashes. Luckily, I did get certified, so I knew how to do lashes, but going to school, you're not going to learn lashes. So if that's a make it or break it for you, you might wanna look into another school. I'm not sure if Aveda or the Georgia Tech one has a more extensive portion of lashes or makeup, but Empire did not really touch on those subjects, unfortunately. We spent most of our time doing waxing and facials. So that pretty much sums it all up, y'all. Empire was overall a good school to go to. I think it is the best school to go to here in the Nashville area, for sure. I would definitely recommend it. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have anything that you guys want to see me talk more about, just leave me a comment or send me a message. I look forward to hearing from you all. See you on the next one.